Social media has become a way to connect with people and share our perspectives on current events and news from across the world. According to studies, more than half of the world's population, about 58.4%, currently uses social media. Most people follow influencers on a daily basis because they find their material engaging and entertaining. But who are these influencers?
The role of every social media influencer is to create content that has purpose, and it could guide those followers or those admirers to a better life.
Social media influencers هم ناس مثلا يجيبون لك specific type of content في different types زين كل واحد على شنو يعني هو اللي يناسبه يطلع بالمحتوى ماله يكون عندهم مثلا واجد followers ناس تسويهم follow تتابع their daily posts يعني أو daily videos شنو يسوون في حياتهم.
We know influencers are those people who create content and post it on social media platforms for the audience. The audience are the followers and viewers. Some of them like the content and engage with it, and the others just maybe view it for curiosity.
Makeup artists, models, bloggers, artists, and food bloggers are today's influencers. They share a variety of content with their users, which may have an impact on everyday lives.
To be frank, social media influencers or anything through social media has two sides, like negative and positive. It all depends on how you look at it and how much you relate to the content. It all depends on the community they are proposing the content to. So if the content that they're creating conflicts with the society they're in, that will definitely be a negative impact. However, if they are creating the content that matches the community, then that's positive. And it all depends on the audience themselves. They can look at the content in a positive way or in a negative way.
مثلا sometimes in a positive way يعني لما أشوف إنهم شنو قاعدين يسوون إنزين وأحس إن هاي الشيء مثلا ممكن إنه يناسبني أو يفيدني فأروح أتبعه وأسويه بس طبعا بحدود لأن مو كل شيء هم يسوونه السوشيال ميديا إنفلونسر ساعات ممكن يناسبنا أو يكون صح يعني مو بس لأنه هو سوشيال ميديا إنفلونسر يعني كل شيء يسوي بحياته صح ساعات لازم يعني نتابعهم بس طبعا بعد بحذر وخاصة لما you're going to follow them يعني في الأشياء اللي هم يسوونها لأن في ناس يعني مثلا يروحون ويسوون كل شيء على عامة يعني.
I think it's like everything in the world. It has both sides, negative and positive, and it's actually it depends on you as a user and a viewer. You decide who to follow and who to not, who to listen to and who to not, who to trust and who to not.
You don't need to believe everything that you see. Not everyone is literally as beautiful as they look on social media. You can't go take a photo to the doctor and say, I want to look exactly like this person. So you need to maintain your mental health, or you're curious enough to research about everything, then nothing could impact you in a negative way or in a way that could affect your mental health. So you need to look at things in a salt grain.
فيعني sometimes social media influencers يعني يمدحون الشيء بس لأنهم محصلين فلوس عشانهم يعلنون عنه بس هاي الشيء يعني مو زين لأن أنتم قاعدين تشدون على الناس بالتالي وهاي الناس قاعدة تروح عشان تشتري هاي الشيء اللي أنتم تقولون عنه فيعني لازم شوي يكون عندهم sense of responsibility.
I think it's like everything in the world. It has both sides, negative and positive, and it's actually it depends on you as a user and a viewer. You decide who to follow and who to not, who to listen to and who to not, who to trust and who to not.
Some people emotionally harm themselves by comparing their lives to what they see on social media.
I totally agree with that because they show you what they want you to see and they show you the way they want to be perceived. So that's not true, even maybe 1%. And that's not true, that's not their real life. So you will start comparing yourself to their life like, oh, they're rich, they travel all the time, they're having a good time with their friends and family, but that's not necessarily the truth. So you started to get depression or stressed out, and I need to do something with my life. You start buying things that are expensive and not within your budget just to feel good about yourself, and that comparison is just will kill you in the end.
تأثرت بالسوشيال ميديا انفلونسر. بعدين الليفينج ستاندردز مالهم واجد أكثر منا، يعني ليش إحنا مو نفسهم، يقعدون يقارنون نفسهم، بعدين يدخلون في حالة يعني ومأساة يصير وضعهم، وما يعني they don't get satisfied بالشيء اللي هم عندهم، ومستحيل يحسون إنه باكتفاء يعني أو هاي شيء كفاية اللي عندهم، فيروحون يضغطون على their parents عشان مثلا يعني يجيبون لهم الأشياء اللي هم يبونها، مع إن هاي الشيء مو صح يعني، لأن كل واحد له الليفينج ستاندرد ماله. هم السوشيال ميديا انفلونسرز أساسا يمكن ما كانوا من البداية إن عندهم هاي القدرات، بس لأن صاروا انفلونسرز فزاد يعني عندهم بعدين. فأحس في ناس they get affected واجد بالسوشيال ميديا انفلونسرز، خاصة لما يكونوا واجد addicted على السوشيال ميديا انفلونسرز، يعني واجد يتابعونه. أحس كل شيء بيروح يشتري، يعني بروح أشتري كل شيء ويجربه بروح أجربه، لا هاي غلط يعني.
I can't say I did not, but I keep reminding myself that this is not true. Even if girls post their pictures, I feel like, oh, she's so beautiful, but then when you recognize, you can see that this is not real. This is photoshopped, or she used an application to affect the photo.
الصراحة ساعات يعني في بعض الأحيان أحس لما مثلا أشوف يعني مثلا عندهم شيء يمكن إنه مو كل من يقدر يسويه، بس هم يطلعونه بطريقة غلط يعني. مثلا يعني they normalize the thing يعني، ويقولون إنه أوه ترى هاي الشيء طبيعي وروحوا وسووا ما أعرف شنو، بس في النهاية بالتالي مو لأن أنت سوشيال ميديا انفلونسر يعني أنت كل شيء تاخذه في حياتك صح، أنت كل شيء تسوي في حياتك صح. إن في ناس يتأثرون بهاي الشيء، بيسمعون كلامكم بيدخلون تحت التأثير، يمكن يروحون يسوونه، بس هاي الشيء غلط، لأن مو كل شيء أنت تسويه صح. عشان شيء بالتالي حتى في أهالي يمنعون أولادهم إنهم يتابعونهم اللي هو السوشيال ميديا انفلونسرز، لأن يعرفون إن الجهال خاصة they will get affected quickly.
People should be educated about the social media and how to deal with it.
Not many times, because I like to see things actually to buy them.
As an influencer, you have to realize that you have a power of explaining things differently to people. It all depends on your experience. So you need to have credibility to be an influencer.
To avoid it, مثلا عندي 2 examples بقولهم، ما أعرف إذا it's gonna work أو لا، بس يعني I do this thing عشان I don't get affected in a negative way. أول شيء مضيعة وقت. ثاني شيء اللي هو عندنا اللي مثلا لازم الناس تفرق بين شنو هو الشيء الصح وشنو هو الشيء غلط. يعني واجد ناس تقول أو ترى هاي السوشيال ميديا انفلونسر كبير يعني ويعرف شنو قاعد يسوي، ومع أنه قاعد يجرب تجربة خايسة قدام الناس، والناس تروح وتجرب، وبعدين أنتون أصلاً بروحكم تشوفون ينزلون فيديوهات والناس مجربة أشياء غبية أو خطيرة شايفتنها من سوشيال ميديا انفلونسر وهم متأثروا يعني in a negative way. فهاي الشيء غلط، لازم نعرف نفرق بين شنو هو الشيء الصح اللي نسويه ونتابعه في السوشيال ميديا، وشنو هو الشيء الغلط اللي المفروض إحنا نتفاداه وما نسويه. بس في ناس ما يفرقون، هاي الشيء غلط يعني.
I keep reminding myself that this is not true. What I'm seeing is not true. So I'm perfect the way I am to not feel that way.
If you have younger fan base, you need to be very careful about your content. But if you have an older audience age or an older audience, you will notice that even the content gets a lot of discussions, people have input, people can add to you just as much as you add to them, because they are mature, they understand what they're looking at. It's different. شفت اللي يقول لك السوشيال ميديا سلاح ذو حدين. That's exactly what people need to keep in mind. You need to investigate. يعني you're responsible for everything that you're looking at. The influencers has to have purpose. If they don't have a purpose, then people don't know why they're following them from the first place.
The type of content most influencers post has distorted people's perceptions of life and beauty standards, particularly among teenagers and young adults. Behind all the great life, fancy things, and professionally altered photographs, an ordinary person doing their job. At the end, many people get affected by social media influences, whether it's on their daily life, decisions, and mental health. As a result, people should be educated about what they see in social media and differentiate between the truth and deception. Also, the influencer should be responsible about the content they share to their audience.